love you, Rob. See you next time. No, I'm not going to be here when you get on the stage next time. I'm just going to leave. No, I'm just going to sneak out. It's more fun. Do they know you're taking a guitar? Is that yours? All right, just checking. God, who came to the concert last night? Yeah, I told you it was good. You lazy bastards who didn't come or couldn't be bothered because you're too busy going to Misha's thing. You would have enjoyed it a lot. So next time you come to a Supernatural convention, make sure you come to the Saturday night special. We are so proud of what that is and what Swain brings to the party and what we're able to add to it. It's so much fun. So if you didn't come, you're idiots. But that's pretty normal for you, I guess. What? You expected to be entertained? I'm not. I'm going to be getting on a plane soon, so let's see how bored you can make me for the next however many minutes it is. What do you want?
Hi. At my school, at the beginning of the year, we asked each student, describe yourself as a candy bar. What would you describe Jensen and Jared as a candy bar? You do realize that I have an answer for every time somebody asks me a stupid question, right? Love you dearly. I love the job you do, by the way. Thank you for the job you do. But what is major about that is there is one phrase that is the phrase that you should all learn and pass it on to your friends, which is this: write your own fan fiction. Well, that went down really well. No idea. I don't know. All candy bars are crap in this country anyway. They are. They're garbage. The chocolate is absolute garbage. There's no cocoa solids in it whatsoever. Go to Belgium. Go to Switzerland, go eat chocolate and go, what is this magical substance? Certainly doesn't come from Hershey, Pennsylvania, let's be honest. Oh, really? You're going to defend Hershey's chocolate? Really? It's like defending Dunkin' Donuts coffee. It's not quite as bad as Starbucks, but there you go. God, coffee sucks. By the way, I'm a very proud American, so you know. I am actually. It's funny, my passport does not say American citizen, it says nationality United States of America, so no. What do you want? You have to look it up? Oh my God, what's wrong with the youth of today? You have to read? You get nervous when you see me? Well, this will make you more nervous, I love it. Come here. I love you lots. What's the question?
What is your favorite season of Supernatural and your favorite?
Ooh. What's funny is my favorite season of Supernatural was really easy because it was a very pivotal time, right? So I come in the middle of 5 and I came in for 1 episode. And suddenly that turns into 8 years of torture. But what is magical about it is, see, the funny thing is a lot of you guys watch this without having to wait every week or a few months for it to come on. And at that time, I was one of the 4 main cast. Now I'm somehow some sort of arbitrary thing that was somewhere in the middle there, somewhere, whatever, blah, blah, blah. But at the time, we didn't really know where it was going or what it was doing. So once season 5 was up, that was the end of the show. That was Kripke's end of the show. And Apocalypse is very hard to continue from. So the concept of season 6 was like almost impossible. So Sarah Gamble came in and she made season 6, and season 6 has like standalone episodes in it that are really cool, like Weekend at Bobby's and French Mistake and all sorts of just really good stuff, like a lot of fun to do. And that was magical, and season 6 was really good. Season 7, very serialized, Leviathans, that stuff. It was good, but it was very serialized for the time, and maybe not ready for that, but you had to steer this massive sort of cruise ship that was heading for harbor back out into the ocean, right? So then Jeremy came and took over season 8. Jeremy Carver came over and took over season 8. In season 8, he went, you know what's a really good idea? Let's go back to Angels and Demons. I mean, it was magical. So season 8 for me has got this beautiful build into why the rest of the show works. Because we were supposed to be over in season 5. right? It was really, where do you go? There was nowhere to go. And so Sarah did an amazing job putting the interest back in. And then we got to the season 8, and Jeremy was like, angels and demons, very easy. So the end of season 8, which ends with, I don't care if it's a spoiler, it's too late now, it's about 55 years after it's finished. Angels Falling from the Sky is an incredible place to stop, right? But what was before that was the incredible scenes that were in the church. And the lovely part of that was that, you know, there's me getting injected with human blood, saying all sorts of really weird things, and singing and crying, and yeah, very weird. But it was a magical time, and as I've said this many times, very rarely do you get to make television in sequence, and that whole thing inside the church. Once we got inside the church, everything was shot in sequence, from the beginning to the end of that. And the crew was silent for the entire time. And they get to work and do stuff. They just chose to be silent. So we were supported and we were looked after. And if you ask Jared, he'll say it's probably the best, some of the best acting we certainly did. And it was the most sort of coherent and consolidated we had been at that time, of all of us. So it starts with Abaddon and ends with essentially Angels Falling from the Sky. I mean, if you think about it, that whole movement is incredible for me. And it was an amazing thing to do, you know? Me sitting in a chair. I don't think I got out of the chair for 3 days, but as seriously, it was just so weird, but it was just easier to be in it. And we were all in it, which was magic. So I love that. Now, lines, I got loads of favorite lines. I did I left creation shows for a while, because all my friends are on a show and I'm not, so it's not exactly the place you want to be, where every second somebody's going, when are you coming back? You know, my friends all have jobs, I'm very happy for them, and I was busy doing other things. So when I took a break, the last show I did, I walked out to the audience, and one of the amazing members of the Supernatural family had made paddles with dialogue on them. And I was walking around doing this thing, and everybody very tentatively and scaredly put up a paddle, and each one had a different line that I'd said in 8 seasons of the show. And it was really funny, and they were all took these little popsicle sticks and stuff, and I was holding up, and I was terrified. And I was walking around, and I could remember the context of each one, which was magic. It was so weird. I have a peculiar form of OCD that I remember context of things from a really, really long time ago. If I'm reminded of something, I'm reminded of exactly what it is. So, lines are really cool. What's your favorite line that you can think of in mine?
I don't really have my favorite. I like that.
So you don't know? What's the most famous thing you've ever heard me say? What's the thing that you would think of me if somebody said a line you would think it was crap?
Hello, boys. Hello, boys.
Hello.
I'll give you a clue. Hello, boys. The most crowdy thing I've ever said, and I write all over the place whenever you guys give me homework, which is, no. That's my favorite. The line that started all the fun was probably, where's your moose? Which is random and makes no sense at all, but we were trying to find an insult for Jared. And we called him Gigantor, Jolly Green, Mop-Headed, Lumberjack, Giraffe. Oh God, it just went on forever. It wasn't funny. And then suddenly in my burnt out mansion, I'm looking at Dean, I go, where's your moose? And he goes, oh, he just went to bed. And I was like, oh my God, this is gonna stay forever. And then the funny thing was, I tell this story all the time, but I'm gonna tell it again because I love it. Some of you are new. So, remember the date I had with Sheriff Mills, with Kim? So the most disgusting thing about the date with Sheriff Mills is the fact that the entire audience knows who I am. She doesn't. So everyone's like, it's Crowley, you're on a blind date with Crowley, this is not going to go well, which makes it fun. And so in the middle of the scene, the phone rings, and it's Dean calling me. Now on a TV show, you don't have rings and stuff. You have somebody in the background called Robin, who goes, ring, ring. So I glance down at the phone, which I think is rather funny. And I look at the phone, and I pick the phone up, and I think it's funny to say, this is the king. Which was funny, and they left it in. It was really good. It was a great line. It was a really good line. And I'm talking to Dean about the fact that I'm probably going to kill Sheriff Mills, and he's like, don't you think you're and I'm like, whatever, and going to do what I want because I'm going to get what I want. This is going to be fun, etc. Come to the show now being cut, added music, effects, stuff, insert shots, all the stuff they do in post-production. And so, the phone rings. What does the phone do? I like big butts and I cannot lie. Of course, I pay no attention to it because it didn't actually happen. It happens in post-production. So there's me just looking at it like it's my normal ringtone, which is really funny. And then I look down at the phone and they've inserted a shot of the phone, and on the phone it says, not moose. So we have moose, not moose, squirrel. That's the etymology of that. I saw that, I blew snot out of my nose. I thought it was absolutely great. But that's the fun, and that's 150 people trying to make you laugh. So I had 30, 40, 50 writers trying to make you laugh by giving me the stupidest lines I have ever had in my entire life. And they would go, hey, Mark, it'd be really funny doing this, right? So that's how I end up with no one in the history of torture has been tortured with torture like the torture you've been tortured with, which ends in a preposition which drives me absolutely freaking crazy. So those are the fun things. But what's more important to me than anything else is if you did actually care and watch the show, which I'm not sure that you do because you can't remember everything, but you might just be nervous. I'm joking. It's what lines do you know? That's all that matters. It's really all that matters. And if you happen to see something I do and say, and it happens to be cool, that makes me happy. 3 days after we did the end of season, after the end of, what's Demon Dean? Season 9? The end of season 9? Oh, I love you, Mary. This is Mary. Mary is a school teacher. They don't let me go anywhere without a school teacher, apparently. That says a lot more about me than it does about her. And Mary keeps me caffeinated and takes care of me. And if you're ever coming to say hi to me, she's the nice one. She spends most of her time going, oh, Mark. So that's the deal. But I'm saying this, like, so those lines are kind of magical, kind of wonderful, kind of brilliant, kind of weird, and kind of funny. And some of them really aren't funny, but I'm glad to say that I spend an awful lot of time having fun with them. So the simplest of stuff could be, like, they ate my tailor is not funny. But saying they ate my tailor, knowing that you have to click your fingers and that light has to explode and you've only got one bulb, and if you screw it up, it's going to be 4 hours before they can fix it and try and do it again. It's kind of pressure. So that line is funny for that reason and not for the reason of they ate my tailor, which is a pretty innocuous line. But I have some dumbass things to say over the years. The best ones, as I said, 3 days after the end of season 9, I was in Australia right after it showed, and a girl had a tattoo on the back of her calf. It looked like a woodcut. It was beautiful. It had a wolf on it, and it was like almost like carving in a rectangle. It was beautifully designed. It said, let's go take a howl in that moment. So I called Jeremy Carver and I said, I'm going to make damn sure whatever you write for me at the end of a season is good. Because people go get it tattooed on their bodies. So that was the longest answer to a question I've given in the last 10 years. Next!
Hi, Mark.
I'm tired now, I want to go home.
It was a good time.
Hi, Mark.
Thanks. No, I appreciate it.
Yes, this is the high mark. I'm a dad, I can do dad jokes.
There is a correct answer to this question, but my question for you...
Oh, goody, a test.
My question for you is, when you put the toilet paper on the roll, do you put it facing
Over.
forward or
Next
facing
question.
backwards?
Only scumbags do it under.
That is the correct answer.
Oh, you have to spell it. There is no colloquialism for it. No. Bollocks is way more fun than mother. The truth. Sorry, just conversing with the deaf. As you all leave, where are you going? They're going to see Misha. Oh, it's always Misha! Misha, Misha, Misha! God, you people. God, if just once you could surprise me. Right. What do you want?
Hi, my name is Leah.
trivia. I wanted to ask about your work on leverage.
No, you don't.
Yes, I
Okay, well, I'm coming to the back here where people have no friends.
do. What was your favorite part of working on that show?
Listening to the sound of my own voice. The fact that character was written as the Mark Sheppard is really funny. So Amy Berg, I walked into the production office at Leverage, and Amy Berg was wearing a Battlestar t-shirt and just went bright red, and I was like, oh God, this was written for me, and then I found out it was actually the Mark Sheppard. So that was a lot of fun to do. It was wonderful. I got to work with some lovely people. I tend to. Hey, like your glasses. That was
Just
sweet.
wanted to say I've only seen Leverage. I have never seen a full episode of Supernatural. So, yeah.
Easy, everybody down. Step away from the bomb. Can I tell you something? It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what you love as long as you love something. It really doesn't matter. I've been in... First of all, you are welcome, no matter what. And now at least I know you came here for me. But it doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter anymore. It's not competitive fandom time. The days of, you know, Trekkies arguing with other people about what the best sci-fi is and how much you know about an episode or whether you can actually sing the whole song in Klingon or not is gone. It's well gone. I know, because I was in one cast of Star Trek, my dad was in 4 casts of Star Trek, and that thing has changed. It's completely changed. There is no rivalry between the shows. There really isn't. If we love it, we love it. That's the end of it, and we share it with others, and that's what it's all about. Everything else is bollocks. I don't know, I mean, it's kind of special. I love the fact that I can... Here we are in sunny Philadelphia. And, you know, look, you've got people leaving. Was this something I said? Did you bring a note? Oh, you're coming here for me now. If I hadn't seen you, you'd have gone to see Misha, wouldn't you? Oh, they had to think about it! God damn, this is hard work. No, listen, I mean, I've said this a bunch of times as well. It's like, the weird thing about this is an inclusive space. I can see you. Yeah. Welcome, welcome. Sit down, you're late. This is an inclusive space, not because somebody designated it an inclusive space. It's an inclusive space because nobody gives a damn who you pray to, who you sleep with. They do care about how cool your hair color is, that's about it. Whether you're, nobody even cares if you're a Sam girl or a Dean girl in that way, because I'm neither. But you know what I'm saying? It's like, this is a sort of microcosm of the way the world should actually work, which is we all give a shit about making sure we have a good time, that we're all supported and we have a safe place to go. You can bring your kids. The worst is you're going to get some grumbly old actor cursing every now and then, that's about it. But I love it. I mean, it's a magical thing. I've had some conversations with people over the weekend that mean a lot. And I mean, what you know what's really weird? I mean, I've got a job